Wow, welcome ladies and gents. This is monumentous. Spider-Man No Way Home, third best debut ever, $253 million US opening, has passed The Force Awakens and has almost hit 600 million worldwide. What? It has hit $587 million worldwide. I thought, ladies and gents, I thought everyone was crying about bloody Omicron Corona. Oh my god, it's so bad. We're never going to go back to theatres again. Well, ladies and gents, looks like you just need to dangle some good entertainment in front of people and people will come out. So all this nonsense that Deadline, Variety, that, Collider normally make excuses for films. They're like, oh, people are so scared. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're really not. You can keep lying to yourselves, but they're not scared. People more than happy to go into a packed theatre. And we know these ones are packed because they're probably sold out. So people are more than happy to do it if the film's good. They mitigate. They're like, oh, the risk. Yeah, it's worth it to go watch this movie, apparently. All right? It's not my words. It's as evidence clearly right there. I mean, it is my words. But you know what I mean, right? I am amazed that it has nearly hit 600 million opening weekend. Not that it doesn't deserve it. That is just fucking huge numbers. Wow. That is absolutely ginormous. I genuinely, that is shockingly high amounts. So, honestly, that is mental. 587 million worldwide. Sony, Marvel, Spider-Man No Way Home has become the third biggest global opener of all time, with $587.2 million. Crossing the $500 million mark makes it only the sixth film ever to that milestone in a launch frame. Now, it is important, it has the third biggest global opener of all time. It did open on a Wednesday in the UK, and then obviously a Thursday subsequently. I'm pretty certain it was the Thursday in the States, but that's still insane. That is still insane. Wow. Let's just bask in that for a moment. A film with no agenda, just talking about heart, family, caring, being, trying to take care of one another and be a good person. No agenda. Nearly hit 600 million worldwide. Lo and behold, ladies and gents, build it, and they shall come. You make a good film, people will just come and watch it. Isn't that evidence enough? I think that's evidence enough. I mean, I could be wrong, but, I think that's evidence enough. Nearly 600 million is evidence enough. Yes. The John Watts directed MCU entry instantly becomes the number 6 movie of 2021 worldwide. Number 3 for the studio, and overtaking all other Marvel picks this year. Not hard. Topping 500 million at open is even more impressive, as No Way Home did it without China. Only the second film ever to the 5-century mark since without that giant market. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. That is pretty good. And also, I think, wasn't it the Joker did that as well, if I remember rightly? And again, I'm looking at this. It's madness. It's absolute madness. I remember before this film came out, people were like, oh, it might hit 500 million. I'm like, nah, can't possibly do that opening weekend. That is a lot of money. And boom. He did $100 million over that. Wow. Shocking. I'm definitely wrong there. I never... Well, I mean, I clearly underestimated it, but I always thought this would do well because it's a good, fun film. Spider-Man movies have traditionally always done really, really well numbers-wise. Always, I keep saying this in videos, always done really well. But this is just madness. So for Sony, this is the biggest opening weekend ever. So it's a record breaker just for Sony directly. Wow. Mental. The international box office, No Way Home grossed $334.2 million from 60 markets across 5 days, landing at number 7 for the year so far among all titles, and number 4 very specifically for Hollywood. Now, I think that's important. It is important to note that the rest of the money, because it's $334 million and it's hit 587. So the 250 odd $1 million, that came just from America, which is just crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And if it had opened the same day on a Wednesday, you would have seen this hit $600 million easily, ladies and gents. Easily, I think. In like-for-like overseas markets, at current exchange rates, the Pix opening weekend surpasses Spider-Man Far From Home by 72%. Spider-Man Homecoming by 113%. Venom Let There Be Carnage by 183%. And No Time to Die by 113%. And Fast 9, that movie that everyone's, brown-nosing, 210%. Wow. Wow. Peter Parker and his friends and foes bolted out of the gate on Wednesday overseas, rolling into a total of 60 markets through Friday. But just the opening weekend alone was great, and I think it was in like 17 markets or something like that. Can't remember the exact number. It wasn't a lot. I don't know, maybe it was 17. I've got two figures in my head, 17 and 40. But either or, it's done very, very well. I'm pretty certain it was the smaller number because it did much, much, much more than bigger films did, or what you would consider to be bigger films with more market release. But yeah, ultimately it blasted past industry projections. Last week we said a 290 million global start was the floor. Yeah, it did that. Given conditions overseas, including the curfews that came into play over the weekend and some market closures, it was necessary to be prudent with expectations. Yeah, but that's because people keep overestimating people's sort of concern about, the endemic virus now. I refuse to say pandemic now. Yeah, these companies absolutely overestimate people's concern for the endemic virus. But it's just, oh my god, has it hit it. Absolutely unbelievable. Word of mouth is platinum with all markets responding positively to the Tom Holland, Zendaya, Benedict Cumberbatch star that brings back such characters as Electro, Doc. It's just absolutely smashed it. Like, my god. $587 million. And it couldn't happen to a better movie. And there's so many people that are like, I'm not going to watch this movie because it's not for me. I just like comics. Okay, sure. No worries then. Can't really say that you gave it much of a chance then, but whatever. And loads of people are like, no, disrespecting Doc Ock. Yeah, that's what happens when he's a villain. Typically, that's what happens. Anyway, I love it. Great. And most people seem to love it. Near universally, people love this film. So I'd love to hear any and all thoughts down below. Nearly 600 million opening weekend. Let me know what you think down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good Sunday. Take care.